Hey there, filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of the GTM show. And today, once again from the frozen food department, we've got something from Monterey that's claiming to be new. But side note, I've actually been sitting on these for about 2 weeks down in the freezer. Is going to be the beef mozzarella and Monterey Jack with mild jalapeno empanadas. So there's the package you're looking for if you're looking for this in stores. Take all that in. And if you don't spot it like that, it might be because they've got it set up with the vertical packaging on the flip side there. Alright, on one of the side panels you're just going to have like some advert kind of graphics going on. On the top of the box where we got our pull tab to get into it, we got like another little listing of the ingredients that you're going to find inside this product. On the bottom of the box we're going to have our cooking instructions. Now on the other side panel you're going to find your nutrition facts. Your list of ingredients broken down and simplified. Alright, this in particular is a 5-count box, it says, weighing in at 16.5 ounces or 1.03 pounds. Let's pull this tab open and get into it. And just as I suspected, we've got a poly bag with our empanadas inside. You can see they're, crescent shaped. Alright, there's one of them outside of the poly bag. I randomly grabbed one, and it just so happens that everything's looking good till you get to over here. We got a big old breach. Boom! This thing's going to go spilling out as soon as it's defrosted, starting to cook. I did glance at these instructions earlier and noticed that there was oven, toaster oven, and microwave, and they were kind of particular about the instructions. We're going to skip the toaster oven, and we're also going to skip the microwave, because that's just going to give us a completely shit product. We're going with the oven for sure, and it's got us preheating the oven to 400 degrees, which we were already doing. We removed the empanadas from the packaging. We've pretty much already done that, and then we placed desired amount of empanadas on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. And they seem to be particular about that. We normally use tin foil, but this time around we're actually going to bust out the parchment paper just because they said so. And then we're going to be cooking these for 18 minutes from frozen state, and then we let stand for 1 minute before showing in front of the camera. Alright, so I'm going to go do all that, and then we'll come back and see what we got. Alright, stick around. Alright guys, we are back. We've got our Monterey signature empanadas. New, they say. I don't know if there's any other variety, but these just happen to be the beef, cheese, and jalapeno ones. And we've had these in the oven for about 18 minutes, and we have let them stand for a little over a minute now, and this is what you get out of the oven. So not too bad. Looking pretty good. Looks damn better than a Hot Pocket, I'll give it that. It smells better too. And yeah, nice and toasted, got a little browning action going on, and had no problem. Remember I thought there was going to be a problem with those breaches there on the side? Nope, no spillage whatsoever. These baked up nicely. And there was no stickage whatsoever because we used the parchment paper. So once again, that's how big it is. It's about the same size as a taco, and filled with the exact same stuff. I suppose if it's that easy to split right there, man, you might be able to cut it the rest of the way and fill it with stuff if you wanted to. But I think it just like this, you probably like dip it in some sour cream, salsa, whatever. Alright, I've cut it in half. There's your cross section. Looking pretty good. You see how stringy the cheese is. Boing. Woo, these are scalding hot to the touch, and they've been out of the oven for like about 4 minutes, and I've cut it and did that whole bit there, and yeah, hasn't really cooled off very much. So I would say it's probably because a little bit of the grease content going on, so it's still got a bit of a sizzle, and it's probably continue to cook after the fact for a bit. But either way, down the hatch. Oh yeah. Way better than a Hot Pocket could ever imagine to be. Flaky empanada doughy crust. I say flaky because it's kind of like layers. It's kind of buttery. Like I said, it was greasy. Either or. But you can taste that. So it's kind of got that kind of greasy chew, greasy bite. But in the flavor, you kind of get like a buttery, oily kind of flavor going on. Now the fillings, very cheesy. A lot of the meat filling also. So very wet on the inside, I would say. Very spicy. You know, it's got a little kick in the back of my throat right now. I'm sure after a couple more bites, it probably got a little bit of a building heat. But it's got a nice taco seasoning kind of flavor going on. Tex-mex. I like that. But yeah, let me give this a couple more snaps and see if this heat builds any. And if any of the flavor enhances. Here we go. Alright, I polished off 1/2 of one of these. And as I was biting it, a little bit of the filling fell out onto the plate, and I could clearly see like little teeny tiny minced up pieces of like the green jalapeno bits in there. No real building heat, but except like the same kick that I have in the back of my throat. I now have like across the roof of my tongue a little bit, but it's not building at all. Definitely not lacking in flavor though. So it's got like a slight jalapeno kind of flavor, but more so this just has like the overall like pepper jack cheese and kind of taco meat flavor going on here, mixed with the buttery kind of crust too. Not bad. It could definitely, you know, use the help of some sour cream, something like that, maybe even hot sauce. Pick it up a notch. And you know, in its defense though, it never claimed on the box anywhere that it was spicy. It actually says mild jalapenos on here in the description. So not bad at all. Like I already said, I was impressed with the actual bake itself and how these came out. You know, like most stuff just explodes and spills everywhere. This wasn't. This was a clean bake. And most of the stuff on this show, I think this was only like $5, something like that. So yeah, I give this a high 4 out of 5. Probably definitely pick this up again. You know, it doesn't beat like fresh or homemade, but yeah, for frozen food, yeah, I'd get this again. So there you have it. It's the El Monterey Signature Empanadas, the beef, cheese, and jalapeno one. Give them a shot. I'm Mr. Dirty. It's the GTM show. Don't forget you can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. As always, get out of here and go have a rotten day.